All right, guys, so welcome back to another video. So I've been practicing a lot with my driver, as you've seen in my previous videos. I've been trying to gain some speed by doing some drills. I've been doing dish and bowl drill, doing the quick takeaway. Did a good, good amount of gain some speed, to be honest. From about 95, I got to 102, 103. But then I kind of like stopped there, and I feel like I have to put like a lot of effort into getting some speed, and I just get to like 102, 103 with a lot of effort. Ball speed about like 150, I would say, the most right now. So this past weekend, this actually past week, I play with a +4 handicapper, and I was kind of looking at his swing, trying to understand how he generated so much speed, because he's swinging about 115, 120 with his driver. And so I was kind of, I saw him, and I noticed that it didn't seem like he was trying to kill the ball. I mean, it seemed more like he was just like swinging the club without any effort. So it was like an effortless swing. And, and it was 115, 116, 120 swing speed. And I can see that because the golf ball, I mean, it went really, really far with the driver. So then basically what I did, I kind of like analyzed his swing. I was looking at his swing, and I was comparing it to my swing. And from my swing, it looked like I put a lot of effort. I mean, it's like trying to, this takeaway, and like try to like really come down really hard. And then when I look at him, it looked like he was just like going up and just coming down really smooth. So then I compared both swings, and I realized that there was one major difference that I never seen before. I never actually paid attention, and that was that his hands were really, really high, like literally like above his head, like right here. And then I look at my swing, and my hands were like at the most just level with my head. And I was basically doing a lot of, I try to rotate, because a lot of people, a lot of friends told me, yeah, maybe you can do a little more, you can rotate your body a little more. So I was kind of like doing rotation the wrong way, like kind of like this way right here, a lot of effort into turning this way. But what I had to do watching this +4 handicap is that he was doing, yeah, he was rotating, but he was going more like up here. So more like really high rotating, but instead of like rotating like this way, he was more like going this way right here. So then basically I try to replicate that. I try to, go with my driver, go really, really high. It was like a strange feeling, because I had to like, try to get my hands above my head. And I don't think I have like long arms, so not sure if that's even possible, because when I look at his swing, he was like all the way over here. And physically, I don't know if a lot of golfers can do this, because if you can get their arms really, really high. But I think most importantly, it was just the motion. When I try to do that, when I try to get my hands really, really high, I stop doing like this rotation. It was more like side rotation. I had to do more like up and down, more vertical rotation. And as soon as I started doing that, I noticed that my swing speed went 2 miles an hour faster than before. And obviously, it's not going to be immediate, because you have to get used to it, at least for me, because it seemed really strange to be here. And then from here, you still have to, I was used to being like right here and then rotating and trying to go fast from here to here. So now it's going to be a little different, because I'm going to be like right here. And so there's a transition period, but I noticed that it felt effortless. Like unlike before, where I felt like I'm right here and I have to really come down really fast. Now I feel like I'm right here, and all I have to do is just come down like that. So basically, I started getting this feeling. I started first with my irons. Let's just give it a try. So I'm gonna start with a pitching wedge, just try to get that feeling, and then work my way through my driver. So I started with my pitching wedge. The feeling was, I was like kind of like, yeah, still I can still do the quick takeaway, that's fine. But I feel like instead of being like right here, I want to be more like higher up right there. And I hit about 10 shots. And with my pitching wedge, normally I carry 125 and it just went an extra 10 yards. So that was just, I was right here in my backyard, and then I checked the numbers. That's an extra 10 yards. So then I went to my 9-iron, same thing. Normally 135, and went from 135 to like 145, 150. And the feeling was just this right here. Just try to have that in the back of my head. Try to get my hands higher than my head. Even if maybe for me, the way I am, maybe it's not physically possible. I mean, those who have like longer arms, maybe it may be really easy to do, but maybe for people like me and those who have like maybe shorter arms, it's gonna become a little more difficult to kind of like get up there. But I think what's important is the motion of getting right here instead of back here, because for some reason from back here, I lose. I mean, I can still hit really good shots, but like I put a lot more effort from here, from rotating like this. When I rotate this way, it feels like it just feels like effortless. It's like just like that. From here, it's like you have to. I have to like really. It's really aggressive. That's how I feel, especially with my driver. And I may get to some good numbers, but it feels like it's just too hard to swing like that. So I've been doing that for the past, I would say 3-4 days. I'm trying to get used to the transition because it's not, I have to like reaccustom my swing to being here and then coming down like that before I start putting more speed. But I can tell you that the feeling is just like, it's just effortless. I mean, and I get more distance. That's the thing about it. Okay, so I have a green where it's 140 and I have a pitching wedge. So normally my shots are, I can carry from 120 to 125. Now let me show you what happens when I rotate. I try to keep my arms really, really high. So I still have to rotate, but my new feeling is that my arms have to be really, really high. Okay, pitching wedge. Okay, I think it went a little to the left, but look at the distance with the pitching wedge. I mean, normal carry is 120, 125. It went a little to the left, but the total here is, I mean, it carried 135, so that's an extra 10 yards. Okay, let me see if I can get it straight. The feeling is just rotate and keep my arms really, really high. That's all. Okay, I think this is a little better. Look at that. I mean, I don't feel like I'm trying to accelerate so much like before. It feels effortless. 136 carry. Okay, so it just feels effortless. Pitching wedge, I can show it to you. It's not, I'm not lying, it's a pitching wedge. Okay. So again, trying to get my arms higher. That's all. Just trying to get my arms like up here. And look at that. Another one. I can hit constantly more than 130, where before it was my max, it was like 125. So with my driver, it's the same sensation, which is basically, instead of trying to rotate as much as I can, I'm trying to basically do the same thing, but trying to keep my arms as high as possible. Don't get me wrong, you have to rotate, but more like, instead of going this way, more like vertical. So kind of like this. So I can even lift my foot. I mean, you want to generate more speed, but the main thing is like, I have to be right here instead of right here. And for some reason, as you're seeing with the pitching wedge, when I'm up here, it's going to be much easier to generate speed from here. And it's been working. I mean, it takes some time to get adjusted. I will take it to the course and see. I noticed that I hit less hooks when I do that, because a lot of times, like I said before, when I'm taking too much, when I rotate too much this way, I'm stuck like right here, so much rotation. Now I'm more like right there. Even if I do more rotation from here, I can't, you know, I'm just higher up. And I feel like the ball goes straighter, and I get less hooks with those. Okay, so with the driver, same thing. The idea is to go really, really high. Just trust it that you're really high, because I feel like that's where you're going to generate the speed. So we hit a few shots here. Okay, so that's the idea. Let me show you some numbers. I'm still getting used to it, because it feels like, you know, it takes some time to kind of like being up here. So that's 100 mile an hour on the first swing, 147 ball speed. For me, it's great. I normally have to get a warm up to get to 102, 103 swing speed. So I'm gonna try to get it higher. All right, it's a little higher. It's just feels a little different, but you can see that the ball flight is straighter. I like the ball flight better like this. Those hooks kind of like have out of the question. Now 150 ball speed, 102 swing speed. So on the second shot, so way better. Okay, now I just have to trust it. Let's keep going higher. Let's get those arms higher. Okay, that's a little higher. Let's look at and the main thing for me is like, it feels effortless. I mean, before, to generate that speed, I had to like really feel like I was like all the way over here rotating. Now 100 mile an hour, 148. I feel like I barely did anything. So let's see. Everything is above 100 mile an hour. Let's see if we can get to 105. That will be my record. Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit to the right, but it's straighter. And I haven't seen the hooks. I think the hooks come when I try to be a little more aggressive. 149 ball speed, 101.9 swing speed. I'm going to try to push it. It's probably going to go a little bit to the left, but I have to. I'll show you somewhere I push it and try to get it higher and higher. Let's see. Oh, actually, that went right. Let's see if I get good distance. That's pretty good. That was pretty straight, actually. Not bad. I really hated those hooks before. 101.7, 149.8 ball speed. So let's see if I can hit another. I need to push this one. If I can get a little more distance. Okay, I'm still right here, and I could be a little higher. Okay, but you can see that the ball flight is better. You can see that the swing speed is higher. Swing speed 101.6, 149. So constantly there. So basically, it feels like I'm putting half of the effort, and I'm still getting like the same results. Right now, it's a little difficult for me to. I don't feel comfortable coming down faster. So all I'm doing is just getting my arms high and just going with the flow, just to finish my swing. Before, when I was over here, I could add some speed. So I'm still getting comfortable. But what I want to say is that I'm doing half the effort. So I can imagine when I get comfortable, when I started putting some effort to it, a little more speed, I think this is the way to go up higher. Not before, where I'm right here and I have to like really come down and then go up. Here I'm a little more, so basically this is where I am. So before I'm a little bit this way, now I'm a little more this way, and I have to really go up high with my arms. And for some reason from here, I can generate a lot more speed, and I feel like it's effortless, rather than being here where I can still generate speed, but it's just like, it was really aggressive. I have to be really, really aggressive. I feel like I'm, even looking at my swing compared to Walter, it feels like I'm really trying to kill it. And looking at him, he's just going up and just smoothly finishing his swing, getting 116 swing speed, and I'm getting like 102 or barely 100 probably. So all I'm saying is that, at least for me, this is working. With the irons, it's much easier. You've seen that with the pitching wedge, it's just like, it just goes farther. So all I'm saying is that try to keep your arms a little higher. So instead of being here, just a little bit, just like right there. Obviously, for some people, it's going to be like physically impossible. If you have short arms, I don't have the longest arms. So if you have short arms, it's going to be a little more difficult. But I think the feeling is to go up like that and rotate. And obviously, don't get me wrong, because you can't just like go up like that, and then if you're right here, you're going to come over the top. So you still have to rotate. But the feeling is to be more like right here instead of being like right here. It's more like a baseball right here. And I couldn't generate much speed from here. Obviously, if you're very athletic, you might be able to get more speed from even here. But I feel like if you want to have an effortless swing, like Walter, just get up here, just get it really high, and then just come down smoothly. And then I feel like little by little, I'm going to get more comfortable over the, it's just been like 3-4 days now. I feel like, if I take this for a week, I'm going to get more comfortable. And then this is the way for me to get, it's going to be a game changer, I think. I feel like the balls go straighter. I don't hit that duck hook right there. I feel like I have a little more control. But at the same time, I'm still not feeling fully comfortable being right here. Because for me, it feels like I'm way up here, but in reality, I'm just barely right here, as opposed to here. So I want to get it a little higher, a little more comfortable, and then go on from there. I think that's the way to get more speed without taking a toll on your I kind of hurt my knee a while back, I think, doing that. Just try to add more speed the wrong way. At least that's how I feel. And I just want to share this with you because I feel like watching a really good player, learning from that, understanding what he's doing compared to me. I think that's you may watch some of your other golfers who you play with, try to understand what they're doing to generate so much speed. And I think you want to copy something that is a little bit effortless, because if you see people really giving it all, that's going to be a little more difficult. I feel like first you got to get the right motion, and then when you get that, then you can add more speed from there. From here, I can add more speed. From here, I can add speed, but that's just coming down really aggressive, turning my knees this way. From here, it's a little more gentle on the body, I would say. So anyways, guys, this is something that I just wanted to share with you guys. I hope you find it interesting. If you're struggling with distance, or if you want to gain more distance, try that. Just try to keep your arms a little higher than your head, basically. And I feel like if you do that, automatically you're gonna get more distance. So guys, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.